this guy's off the charts.
Not the only point guard in the league who can make that play.
Big time play!
By 2010, Derrick Rose was no longer just Chicago's future. He was becoming the face of the NBA. At only 22 years old, Rose had already transformed the Chicago Bulls from a struggling franchise into a real contender. Every arena he entered expected a highlight. Every defender knew they were about to be attacked. And every night, Rose played with the same calm confidence that had made him special since high school. But this season felt different. Chicago finished with the best record in the NBA. The Bulls weren't just exciting anymore. They were winning. Rose's speed, explosiveness, and fearless attacking style overwhelmed defenses all season long. No matter the situation, Chicago trusted the ball in Derrick Rose's hands. And Rose delivered. He averaged 25 points and nearly 8 assists per game, while carrying one of the league's least offensively talented rosters. Night after night, he created offense out of nothing. Big shots, impossible finishes, clutch moments. It felt like every game added another chapter to his rise. Then came the moment that changed everything. In 2011, Derrick Rose became the youngest MVP in NBA history. At just 22 years old, the hometown kid from Chicago had reached the top of basketball. Fans didn't just see him as a superstar. They saw him as hope, the next legend, the player who could finally bring championships back to Chicago. And Rose embraced the pressure throughout the playoffs. The Bulls battled their way through the Eastern Conference. Behind Rose's leadership, Chicago believed this was the beginning of a dynasty. The city was louder than it had been in years. And every time Rose stepped on the court, it felt like something special was about to happen. Then came the Eastern Conference Finals against Miami Heat. The matchup felt bigger than basketball. Derrick Rose and the Bulls against LeBron James, Dwyane Wade, and Chris Bosh. Chicago won Game 1. And for a moment, it looked like the Bulls were truly ready to take over the league. But the series slowly slipped away. Miami's defense trapped Rose constantly, forcing him to carry almost the entire offensive load by himself. By the end of the series, the Heat had eliminated Chicago in 5 games. The dream season was over. Still, nobody doubted the future. Derrick Rose was only 22 years old, an MVP, a superstar, and it felt inevitable that he would eventually bring a championship to Chicago. But sometimes the highest moments come right before everything changes. On April 28, 2012, during Game 1 of the playoffs against the Philadelphia 76ers, Rose drove toward the basket late in the fourth quarter. As he planted to jump, his left knee gave out. Rose collapsed to the floor holding his knee while the arena fell silent. Torn ACL. In one moment, everything changed. The player who looked unstoppable suddenly faced the hardest battle of his life, and Chicago's dream began to fall apart.